Hi, Starlights. Today, I am in a little bit of trouble. I received this birthday invitation from one of my friends, and honestly, I've been staring at it ever since because I have absolutely no idea what to wear. I've been walking around this room, hoping a brilliant fashion idea would magically appear, but nothing. I don't want to be underdressed, and I definitely don't want to be overdressed either. Wait a minute. Why am I stressing myself? I have the best fashion consultants right here. You. Come on, help me choose today's outfit. Follow me to my wardrobe. But before we start, if you enjoy hanging out with me and love magical stories like this, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss our next adventure. Okay, here's the first one. It's simple, classy, and really beautiful. I love how elegant it looks, but let's not decide just yet. Now, look at this one. I really like this design. It's stylish, modern, and absolutely gorgeous. This might actually be a strong contender. Ooh, now this is elegance. Look at those details. The embroidery, the sparkle. I think this dress is trying to steal the show. I think we've found the winner. Wow, I actually love how this looks on me. I feel confident, elegant, and maybe just a tiny bit fabulous. Aw, you really saved my life today. Thank you so much for helping me choose the perfect outfit. As my own way of saying thank you, I have prepared a wonderful short fashion story. So, sit down, relax, and enjoy.
Once upon a time, in a kingdom where every sunrise painted the skies with gold and every grand celebration was filled with elegant gowns, there lived two inseparable best friends named Betty and Layla, if you saw one of them. The other was never too far away.
People in town often asked,
"Are you two sisters?" Betty would smile and say, "No, she's more stubborn than a sister." Layla would immediately reply, "And she's even more dramatic than one." The two would burst into laughter while everyone around them shook their heads. The two girls shared one incredible passion: fashion. Not the ordinary kind. They dreamed of creating gowns so breathtaking that even queens would stop walking just to admire them. Every morning, they gathered ribbons, pearls, lace, and shimmering fabrics, turning simple cloth into masterpieces. But there was one little difference. Betty had a gift. She didn't just sew dresses, she gave them life. Whenever she finished a design, people couldn't help but smile. It was as if every stitch whispered a story. Layla was talented too, very talented. But deep down, she knew Betty's creativity was on another level. At first, that didn't bother her. She clapped the loudest whenever Betty succeeded. She celebrated every compliment Betty received. She even told everyone, "That's my best friend." But jealousy is a strange visitor. It never knocks. One compliment became too many. One victory became unbearable. Slowly, the smile on Layla's face began hiding a heart full of comparison. Still, Betty noticed nothing. She trusted her friend with everything. Their friendship was the kind everyone admired, but sometimes, the most beautiful friendships hide the deepest storms. Both girls attended the kingdom's famous fashion academy, where young designers learned everything from sketching and embroidery to tailoring and luxurious fabric design. Every morning, the classrooms buzzed with excitement. Some students argued over colors, some debated which fabric looked more royal. Others secretly admired Betty's creativity whenever the instructor gave an assignment. Betty always finished with something completely unexpected. One day, she transformed an ordinary black and white fabric into a breathtaking masterpiece. The classroom fell silent. One student whispered, "How does she even think of these ideas?" Another sighed, "There's no point competing with Betty." Across the room, another voice muttered, "Shez, not that special. Maybe the teacher's just like her. Let's see if she's really that good during the exams." Betty simply smiled and continued sketching. Layla smiled too, but every compliment Betty received felt like another tiny stone landing on her heart. After months of training, the Academy announced its biggest examination of the year. Every student had to collect an official examination form for the Fashion Championship. Where the grand prize was the Golden Designer Trophy, students rushed toward the registration table. Betty and Layla stood together in line. Layla laughed. "Imagine if both of us make it to the finals." Betty smiled. "Why imagine? Let's make it happen." They collected their forms together. Even the instructors smiled. Those two girls will surely make this competition unforgettable, unknown to everyone, Another announcement spread across the kingdom. The royal palace was searching for its next royal fashion designer. Unlike the Academy contest, there was no trophy. Instead, the winner would design gowns for the royal family itself. Everyone immediately expected one name: Betty. Even Layla couldn't deny Betty deserved the opportunity. But jealousy is patient. It grows little by little until admiration becomes resentment. At home, Betty's biggest supporter was always her mother, Evelyn. Whenever Betty doubted herself, Evelyn reminded her, "Your hands carry a gift. Never be ashamed of it." She encouraged Betty to register for the royal contest and even helped prepare fabrics and pearls. Everything seemed perfect until one afternoon, Evelyn changed. She questioned Betty's designs. She became unusually quiet. Sometimes she stared at Layla whenever she visited. "Mother, why do you always look at Layla like that?" "Maybe I am just getting old." "You are not old." Betty laughed, but Evelyn wasn't smiling because of age. She was worried. During fashion classes, Evelyn had begun noticing things Betty never saw. Layla often lingered around Betty's sketchbooks. Whenever Betty created a new design, Layla somehow appeared moments later, asking unusual questions. One afternoon, Evelyn unexpectedly arrived at the academy, hidden behind a marble pillar. She overheard Layla whispering to another student, "Don't worry, Betty won't make the royal contest." "Are you sure?" "Leave that to me." Evelyn's heart nearly stopped. Moments later, she watched Layla quietly slip Betty's treasured sketchbook into her own bag. Inside that sketchbook were Betty's original royal competition designs. Everything suddenly made sense. Layla wasn't trying to become better. She wanted Betty removed completely. Evelyn remained silent. Without proof, no one would believe her. Then the day of the royal competition finally arrived. Betty proudly wore the magnificent gown she had spent weeks creating. "Mother, today is the day." Evelyn looked at her daughter, then at the dress. She remembered everything she had seen. Suddenly, she became angry. Without warning, she grabbed the dress and tore it apart. "Mother, what have you done? You are not going." "Why?" "Because I said so." Betty cried harder than she ever had. With no dress left to wear, she stayed home. Meanwhile, the royal competition continued without her. When the judges announced the winner, the ballroom erupted into applause. Layla had won. The gown she presented looked painfully familiar. Later, unable to stay away, Betty quietly joined the celebration. She watched her best friend smiling proudly before the crowd. Despite her heartbreak, Betty walked over. "Congratulations, I am really happy for you." Layla looked directly at her, their eyes met. Then, she turned away, pretending Betty wasn't even there. That moment hurt far more than losing the competition. She hadn't just lost a contest. She had lost her best friend. Heartbroken, Betty slowly walked home with tears streaming down her face. When she entered the house, Evelyn was waiting. Without saying a word, she embraced her daughter. Finally, she whispered, "Forgive me." Then she revealed everything. She explained the stolen sketchbook, the suspicious behavior, the conversation she overheard, Layla's plan to stop Betty from attending, and why she destroyed the dress. "I'd rather have you hate me today than watch your future be stolen forever." Betty stood speechless. The woman she thought had betrayed her had actually been protecting her all along. For the first time, Betty understood. Sometimes love doesn't always look gentle. Sometimes the people who truly care about us make painful decisions to protect us. And as for Layla, she had won a royal title, but she had lost something no crown could replace: a genuine friend. So remember, not everyone who smiles at you truly appreciates you. Likewise, not everyone who frowns at you hates you. Some smiles hide jealousy, while some painful actions are born from love. The real challenge in life isn't finding people who smile at you, it's learning who is genuinely real.